Happy Monday to ya. Happy Monday to ya. Happy Monday. How excited are y'all to see Monday? I know it's a day that we usually dread to see because it's usually another beginning to another work week or the beginning of another week of school or just getting things done that have to get done. You don't have as much time to relax. But because of COVID, I am really starting to look at and see Mondays differently than I did before COVID. I'm just happy to be here today. As the old folks would say, I'm just glad to be in the number one more time. Can I get an amen?
Hey y'all, it's Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel, Destined for Royalty, where I cover lifestyle, faith, and inspiration.
So, today I want to talk about something that I don't think we do a lot of. Um, some people are getting better at it. I'm one of those people that are getting better at it. Some people are, I guess you could say, an expert in it. I don't know. But I think something we do a lot of times is focus on celebrating others and honoring others, but neglect to do the same for ourselves. So today I want to talk a little bit about just celebrating and honoring yourself. And I brought my notes because sometimes I'm just spacey and I'm just like all over the place. And I want to get this done in a timely manner because I want to honor your time. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope you will find my content to be something that you want to see more of. So please like and subscribe to my channel. If you are a returning visitor to my channel, then thank you so much for supporting me. You do not know how much your support means to me. So with that said, if you're a returning user and you have not liked or subscribed to my channel, please do so because it really helps me whenever you like, subscribe, and share my videos. So again, today I'm going to talk about celebrating and honoring yourself. By day, I'm a career development specialist, and people who really know me know that I absolutely love my job. One of my favorite parts of my job is helping prepare students for interviews. One of the things that I have found across the board that a lot of students struggle with is being confident in the things that they bring to the table, owning their skills and owning their experiences. And one of the reasons I feel that that's the case is because a lot of us haven't been trained or raised in a way where we are taught to really own and honor who we are and the skills and the different things that we bring to the table. We're taught to celebrate others and to honor others by doing different things for them, going to birthday parties to celebrate someone, celebrating a great achievement, giving them credit for something that they've done. But a lot of times we don't do that same thing for ourselves. And so that's one of the things that I remind my students of is that it's not selfish to own who you are. It's not selfish to be confident in your skills and your abilities. So that's the first thing that I'm going to tell you is make sure you own who you are. You're confident in your skills and abilities. You're aware of what you bring to the table and just own it. So, in order to honor yourself, you have to first be confident in who you are. Now, it may not mean that you're going to just automatically say, oh, yes, I'm wonderful at this, and name every single thing you're great at. It's going to take some work. So, even if it's just one thing that you acknowledge today, you do that. I feel like I kind of got started with this because I started thinking about all that I was doing. Like I was doing so much for others, doing so much for my kids, doing so much for my family. And I was doing a lot of doing, but I wasn't doing a lot of acknowledging, and I wasn't doing a lot of I wasn't doing a lot of acknowledging, and I wasn't doing a lot of taking the time to just really celebrate myself. I can't really think of another way to say that. I was just focusing on everyone else. And then I was like, hey, what about me? And then I accepted the fact that it wasn't selfish for me to acknowledge myself and to honor myself. So another way that I want to remind you to celebrate and honor yourself is to remember your wins. Remember, all wins do not have to be big wins. A lot of times we just focus on these great, big, like grand things that we're doing, and we think that's when we're supposed to celebrate it. Like, yes, I just finished college. Let me celebrate that. But why not celebrate the fact that you just got that huge essay done that you've been working on for weeks? Why not celebrate that? We got to learn how to take time in the short term to celebrate these short term and these small achievements versus waiting until something big happens to celebrate it. So an example of that is at work. Celebrate the fact that you got a report out that you have been pouring your time and your energy into. It's been hard for you to sleep at night sometimes because you've been thinking about this project that you had to get out at work. Celebrate the fact that you got it done. A good one I think some of you may can agree with on this, especially some women. Celebrate the fact that you got your closet cleaned out. How many of y'all need to clean your closet out? I ain't gonna lie, I need to get that thing done, and I am definitely going to celebrate the fact that I got my closet cleaned out. One of the things that I've learned to do when it comes to finishing up a huge project is not immediately moving on to that next thing. I take time to celebrate that one thing that I just did, and then I say, all right, now you have procrastination tendencies. You've been delivered from the spirit of procrastination, but it might try to creep back up on you because the enemy wants to steal, kill, and destroy, and he want to try to tempt you with that doggone procrastination again. So you can take time to celebrate, but you better get back on track and get other things done that needs to get done. So I will take time and celebrate, but then I will get back on track. The second thing is, or maybe this is number 3, I lost count. Okay, but ain't nobody counting. So the next thing is slow down and acknowledge the progress you're making, no matter how small. And I think I just said that. See, I brought my notes, but then here I am talking ahead of myself. So slow down and acknowledge the progress you're making, no matter how small. Some of the things I like to tell myself is, you know what? You did a really good job on that. You put a lot of time and a lot of effort into it, and your time and effort that you put into it is actually paying off. Good job, Tip. Sometimes you got to slow down, and sometimes for me, slowing down and acknowledging the progress I've made is actually voicing that progress to someone else. That helps me to hear it myself, and it helps me to believe it. And then another one is just to be more aware. Like I said in the beginning, just be more aware of who you are, what you bring to the table. Be aware of the fact that you completed something that you were taking a lot of time to get done. My daughter, as I told y'all before, is in college, and whenever she was home during COVID, she was just putting like so much time and so much energy into getting some of her assignments done. And it was this one that was like really huge. And she was like, Mom, I finally got it done. I am so happy I got this thing done. And I said, well, and then I think she said something like, okay, now I'm working on blah, 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 and I'm getting ready to do this. I said, did you take time to celebrate the fact that you got that done? She was like, huh? I said, give yourself some time to celebrate. If you want to go and buy you a coffee or some chocolate or some ice cream, something that you enjoy, take time to go do that. But step away from that computer because you have been spending so much time on that computer, and celebrate the fact that you got it done. And she was like, wow, I did not even think about that. But she's like, you're right. I do need a break from this. And then, because she's my child, she had to remember. Well, she doesn't procrastinate as much as I do, but she was very aware of the fact that if she took too long to celebrate, she probably would have procrastinated on that next thing that she needed to get done. So she took some time away. So I just wanted to tell you all a few ways that I like to celebrate. One of the things that I like to do is I like to buy myself flowers. I used to hate flowers, and I may talk about that later. But I learned to one day love flowers, and now I actually love flowers. I will go and buy them for myself, sit them on the counter, and they just help me to feel so relaxed and just help my thoughts to kind of get on track when I just look at those flowers. Another way, if you're a chocolate lover, you can buy you a piece of chocolate. Now, don't blame me if you start gaining weight or if you broke your diet. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just giving you some ways to celebrate. And I'm giving you a lot, so you don't just pick chocolate out of all these that I'm giving you, okay? Another one is read a book. That's something that I've really started trying to get back into. I love to read, but I find that I've been reading a lot more of how-to books, self-development books, because I'm always wanting to be better. I'm always wanting to be a better person. I'm always wanting to be better at what I do. Reading spiritual books. And I was like, you know what? I really miss just getting away, like, in another world in my mind, reading something that I actually enjoy reading, that's taking me away from reality and allowing me to get into someone else's world for a little while. So that's something that I've been doing, is getting back into reading and implementing time in my schedule so that I can celebrate myself and honor myself and read. Another one is to just breathe. Some people don't even take the time to just sit there and to breathe and be aware of the fact that, oh, I just inhaled and I just exhaled, and that felt so good. So just take some time to breathe. Get out of the environment you're in and step away and breathe. I like to go outside and take off my shoes and just plant my feet in the grass and feel the grass on my feet and to feel the sun, the little bit of sun that we have left. But y'all, I'm in Georgia, so y'all know that that our weather is a little bipolar here. So whenever the sun is out, I do like to just stand in the sun and just close my eyes and let the sun just beam on my face and on my back. And then I just kind of release the stress that's on me. I release whatever stress was on me and whatever project I was working on. And I just take time to breathe and celebrate that moment. Another thing I like to do is go for a ride or a drive. Okay, let me not say it like this. I was going to say I like to get lost, but I don't like to get lost in that kind of way. I like to drive and go places that I've never been and then find my way back to where I was coming from. And so I just like to drive. I like to let down the windows and just let the air blow in the car. Sometimes I will blast the music and I will just ride and ride and ride. And then I'll say, okay, now it's time to go back home. Um, Another thing you can do when you're riding is just admire nature. If you like to look at the trees and the plants and the different colors, it's fall, so things are getting ready to change in terms of how the leaves look, how the grass look. Just take time to enjoy it. Watch a movie on Netflix or go to a theater. Now, I'm not going to no theater right now because I know COVID is real and I ain't trying to get out there in those COVID streets. So, watch a movie on Netflix. Just do something that doesn't cause you to just have to sit and think and think and think and think. Just do something mindless. Turn on some music and dance. Now that's something I really enjoy doing. I am not a good dancer, but y'all, I love to dance. I would turn on the music and I would just get to twirling and swirling, and well, I might try to twerk, but I don't know if I know how to twerk. But I be trying to do something. But I just like let all of my energy out in my dance. And another thing that I enjoy doing sometimes is just like turning on like some gospel music and just dance. And even if it doesn't have to just be gospel music, but I love gospel music. So one of the songs I like to turn on is Tasha Cobb's You Know My Name. So I would turn it on and I would just do whatever move my mind and my body feels it needs to do. If I need to let go of some stress, I would do moves that I feel like is loosening up my body and causing me to get rid of some stress. If I feel like I'm just, imagining being held and loved by God, then I'll do moves like that. So it doesn't have to just be just wild and crazy booty popping music. It can be, something that's just smooth and you're just getting rid of things and letting go of undue stress and just welcoming in the presence of God and all that he think about you, all that he says about you. Okay, let me stop. I ain't about to get started, y'all, because I will go in. Let me go on and move to the next one. Order something from your favorite restaurant. I know money is tight, so you don't always have to do something that require money. I tried to do a mix of things between something that may require money and something that doesn't require money. But if it requires money, I was trying to think of some things that doesn't take a lot of money. So with flowers, for instance, I would go to Walmart or Buy Low and buy like some $7.97 flowers to put on the table, and they may have some cheaper than that. You could go out in the yard and pick some. Like sometimes I'll go out whenever the magnolias are blooming. My aunt came and got some off of the magnolia tree one day, and I was like, oh my gosh. So one day I just went and got one of the little, I don't know what they call, I just know it's off the magnolia tree. So I don't know if it's called a magnolia, but anyway, whatever it's called, I went and got it off the tree. And as it bloomed, like it made my house smell good. And I just dropped it in some water. And then, once it was done, I threw it away because I don't know nothing about really taking care of plants. So the last thing I would say is take a nap. Just lay down, even if you don't go to sleep. One of the things I used to tell my kids when they were younger was, it's nap time. You don't have to go to sleep, but you do have to give your body some time to rest. So you need to lay down so your thoughts can slow down a little bit, your body can slow down, and then you may drift off to sleep. But if you don't drift off to sleep, that's fine. You just gave yourself some time to just lay there. So I hope some of these things were helpful for you in remembering to celebrate and honor the person that you are. There are so many other things that I could have covered in this list, and I know that I may come back and go through some of these things a little bit more, or I may go into greater detail. But I just really kind of wanted to get y'all started with just taking time to celebrate the woman, the man, the child, whoever watching, celebrating whoever you are and honoring who you are. Own who you are. Be confident in your skills. Be confident in the gifts and the talents that God has given you. Own it, honor it, and celebrate it. So I hope y'all will have a great day, and I hope y'all will come back to my channel again next week for more real, relatable, and relevant content. Y'all have a great day.